have my MSW, and so of course it's very, very exciting for me, and kind of a full circle moment as well, just to be, to have social work students.
Hey guys, I'm Greg.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Living and Learning Podcast. On this podcast, we speak with fascinating guests to uncover how they've experienced life change by crossing cultures,
Crossing borders,
and expanding their worldview.
So, let's dive in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Living and Learning Podcast. We are so excited that you're here tuning in. This week, I had a chance to sit down with a good friend and new colleague, Leslie Whitfield, as she shares just about the Baltimore Urban Studies program and specifically the internship piece. So she oversees all the internships that students get to do in the city, and we had a great conversation.
Yeah, I'm particularly impressed just by Leslie's desire to walk alongside students. As you plug into internships in Baltimore, she'll be walking alongside of you. And that is one piece that we value greatly within our programming, is for you to feel supported. And so I'm excited that you guys get to meet Leslie if you're at the Baltimore campus and spend time with her. So check out our episode.
Hello, Leslie. I'm excited to sit down with you today and have a conversation.
Hi, Greg. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Leslie, you are the Internship Coordinator for Baltimore Urban Studies.
Yes.
Baltimore Urban Studies is a Christ-centered campus for public health, reconciliation, and transformational learning right in the heart of Baltimore City.
Yes.
It's awesome. I've loved getting to spend some time getting to know you and hearing more of your story. And I'm excited for everybody listening today to hear some of it as well. Awesome. Okay, so as we jump into it, I would love to hear maybe a little bit about, as the internship coordinator for this semester-long urban program, what's kind of the scope of your role? What are you kind of responsible for, and what do you do in the program?
Yeah, well, as internship coordinator, I'm really excited just to be an advisor, mentor for students. We really are looking to have a program and an experience for students where we're walking alongside of them. They are coming to the city of Baltimore. They're going to be in community with us on staff and this other students, but the internships will be a key part of their experience, and we're going to be right there with them one-on-one in the classrooms as well, to just mentor and kind of help them navigate these internships. And so I also will be like a liaison for the students and the internship sites. And so I'll be working really closely with the students and kind of, just bridging their experience at the internship site to, just continue to facilitate processing of what they're learning there, and, just keep those relationships strong.
Very cool. Yeah. So the internship is such a key part of this semester. Where there's academics and there's community life and there's experience getting out. But really the internship is the time where students get to try on this future career that they might want to explore. Maybe they'll discover
what they don't want to do.
What they don't want to do. So could you just maybe describe a few of the internship sites that Baltimore Urban Studies is partnering with? Yeah,
so we have some amazing partners for internships. One in particular that is near and dear to all of our hearts, the Helping Up Mission. It's just a phenomenal organization that really ministers and serves the population there in Baltimore who are battling poverty, addiction, homelessness. They kind of have three tiers of services, or not so much of tiers, but just areas of services. They offer like overnight help and emergency shelter for those who may need a place to stay, clothing, food. They also have clinics, medical clinics there that will provide any kind of medical help. They do like a 6-month to year-long spiritual recovery program for individuals experiencing addiction, and also there's a component of transitional housing as well. So the interns. Or the internships there at the Helping Up Mission, it will be have quite a wide variety of places that we'll be able to plug them into.
Awesome. Yeah. Helping Up Mission is really a key strategic partner. Not only is it a place that students get to go work, but we're working with them on facilities and housing. And that's been a cool thing for our program to be in a facility that was under their care for a long time.
Yes. Yeah.
So very key partners. But I think there's 2 other internship sites as well that I know are significant.
Yeah, so we have, Loyola Clinical Partners. They offer comprehensive clinical services, speech therapy, as well as other therapies, for focus and training and literacy, behavioral health as well. And they are, a partner, just in that they are able to offer these services to the community, to a diverse community, without cost being a barrier. So again, interns who come in or students who come in will be able to have an internship. If they are interested in this area or just want to learn more about, how you are able to offer, clinical services in a diverse community. And it just, opens up a lot of areas for learning, again, on the community side as well as clinically. So there's we have quite a few. There's Salam Center, one that comes to mind, which offers comprehensive services for Arabic immigrants, and also just discipleship opportunities, and just a resource for the community who may be coming in. Is a community. One thing I think about when I think of each partner that we have, it is a place of community. Mm-hmm. I think they are located within a community, but they really offer just a community for Baltimore, and for the students who are coming in. They will be able to work in community as well as to learn about specific communities. And so I know Salam Center is one that is very unique and needed service for the immigrant community. And I think that would be a really amazing opportunity for a student who may be interested or maybe even has some experience in working with or with this particular immigrant community.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know all 3 of these locations are very excited to have college students come, breathe some life, bring some skill set, but also learn and be there as learners. Yeah. And your role of being that liaison is really helpful. Something that I've recently learned about that's amazing is these internships are here in America, and students can complete like a full Spanish immersion internship by working with a Spanish-based clientele as well as Spanish supervisors. Yes,
we are really excited about that. And I love that, with this, large organization, there is so much opportunity for cross-cultural exchange. But we're just so excited in Baltimore. You don't have to go, you don't have to cross an ocean. There's so many opportunities right here in America. And so, yes, we, if there are Spanish-speaking students or, students who want to learn in a Spanish-speaking environment, they will have that opportunity to, work with, Spanish-speaking site supervisors or, Spanish-speaking community. And really, the potential is there to have an entire internship in Spanish, if that is, again, I think it's really exciting to think of that as an opportunity. I mean, there's so many, diverse, pockets within Baltimore, and that could definitely be, I think, a great internship.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. You've talked about kind of this internship program, and we've talked a lot about, services to a lot of different communities, kind of the title of Baltimore Urban Studies being really emphasizing public health. But I think, the approach is that this would be open to students from a bunch of different majors.
Absolutely.
But with that, one specific major that we're excited about is social work.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just,
So, can you tell me about that?
Yeah, and I am a social worker myself. I have my MSW, and so, of course, it's very, very exciting for me, and kind of a full circle moment as well, just to be, to have social work students. We actually have social work students who are, I believe, seniors who are going to be coming this year, and we'll be able to offer their the required, 400 hours that they're needing for their degree or their practicum. They'll be able to do that at the bus. And so we'll be able to offer field supervision for those social work students, as well as, really, get them plugged into an internship that will meet those practicum needs for the social work, for the discipline and for the students that are requiring it to graduate. And so again, it's a really full circle moment for me, having gone through this to, in my own career and experience. And so I really look forward to welcoming not just the social work students, but those who are coming from other disciplines as well, or just wanting to learn more about this in practice. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the work that you've done to build out this internship program. You mentioned that full circle element for yourself. Could you share a little bit more, maybe about a time where you had something outside of a traditional learning environment that maybe shaped some of what you understand?
Yeah, absolutely. So, it seems like it was so long ago, but, as a student myself, undergrad and kind of just coming into and anticipating, my experience in academics, I had so many questions, and I think I had kind of a general idea of what I wanted to work into, or what I wanted my, profession to be, but really had more questions than anything else. And, it really was, taking, the things that we were learning about, so I came in, thinking I was going to be a biology major, was going to be just pretty straightforward, working in healthcare, medicine. But as I learned more about, just the world that we live in, I had the blessing of going to a liberal arts school. So we were exposed to other, disciplines and classes, and ended up changing my major to sociology, where, we really are looking at, systems and, how those, social systems and environments that we grow up in impact us and the world. And so learning about that, was just so eye-opening. And I think there's some assumptions that, that we grow up with, and, it just kind of sometimes is just learning about it in one way or another that just opens our eyes. And so that's how it was for me. And as I, went on after my undergrad experience and, was learning about, or was in a type of internship, if you will, it was a service organization, AmeriCorps service organization. I spent like a year in Chicago, Illinois, working in, inner city schools and, around, issues of literacy and, and that was kind of the subject that we were kind of focused on, but we were, seeing things like, unequal access to housing and healthcare, as we were, working one-on-one with these elementary school students and their families. And so it really put flesh on, all the things that, I had learned about up until then. And so when I think about, the opportunity that we're offering to students, it really is just to be able to learn about it. We'll have the academic component, and I'm sure they'll come with some of that, maybe some of that knowledge already, but it'll really be the opportunity to just put flesh on that and to see, to learn from people who, may be from a different background or a community that they may not have had exposure to or knowledge of, and really be able to learn how we have these, awesome organizations and partners who are living this out and putting this into practice, and really responding to the needs and those challenges in really profound ways.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think when we think about what are those moments in our life that change the trajectory, it's often when we're out, we're experiencing things, and like you said, putting flesh on something that you had an idea of, but you didn't really have enough information yet. So I love how you shared that.
Yeah, and I think it's they're not to discount the learning that you can get in a classroom, or but I think so much happens in these silos, and when you think about just really what transformation is about, you really do have to come, and encounter something different that will make that transformation happen. That catalyst is necessary for change to happen. So I really am excited to just work alongside and partner with the students that are coming in, and just welcome them to just keep an open mind. And we're definitely wanting to work with students and making sure that their internships align with what their interests are, but we also hope that they'll come with an open heart to be maybe challenged in some ways that they didn't anticipate, but will they won't be alone. We'll definitely be there along each step of the way. So.
Well, Leslie, thank you so much for sitting down today and just having a conversation and painting a picture of what an internship in Baltimore would look like. So thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Leslie, for sitting down with us this week to talk about internships in Baltimore. You can catch us on our next episode as we talk about faith-integrated academics with Noah Jackson. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're right around the corner. We're excited to celebrate just being thankful. So we are very thankful for you tuning into this podcast. And do us a favor and subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.